So, Basacom ist immer noch bei der Deutschen Welle. Können Sie noch ganz kurz sagen, was heute hier stattgefunden hat?
Wir sind hier bei der Deutschen Welle, dem Deutschen Auslandsrundfunk. Wir hatten heute die Jury-Sitzung für den Box Award. Das waren 12 Juroren, ganz bekannte Juroren, Blogger aus der ganzen Welt. Und einer davon ist Isaac Mao, der jetzt gleich interviewt wird.
Und das vom Basacom. Vielen Dank. Okay, wir haben hier bei der Deutschen Welle im Moment Isaac Mao. Er ist Co-Organisator der Chinese Blogger Conference und einer der Juroren der Deutschen Welle Best of Blogs. Hello, Isaac.
Hello.
Could you just introduce yourself for a minute?
My name is Isaac Mao from China. I'm one of the first bloggers in China since 2002, and since then we have more and more Chinese bloggers emerged in the past 9 years, and then we now have 60 million bloggers in China, and I'm now one of them, and I'm very happy that many of them has been become the grassroots heroes in China because of their blogging, because of their sharing, and people know them step by step, and the social structures has been changed in China with those blogsphere.
Okay, the China is with the blogosphere. They going to censor many things. So what's at the moment the stand of the blogosphere in China?
I think the blogosphere try to give people a new space, apart from the traditional media space in China, because the traditional media is heavily controlled by the officials, by those authorities. So Chinese people, they try to seek alternative media, like blogging, like other Web 2.0 tools to express themselves. So the censors, they felt so nervous about that. Then they put a lot of pressures on those services to make them, to push them to be self-censor themselves. And then many bloggers' content was removed, many bloggers' website was shut down, etc. Also, if you host your blog in overseas website, it could be blocked from being viewed by people.
So they censor it. You also wrote one letter 2008 to Google because, maybe you can...
Because of their compromise to China authority to censor the search results, So you cannot really, search Google to find what you want all the time, because the authority always ask Google to remove some of those index from their search engine. And then when we found that, I wrote an open letter to Google founders to tell them that if the compromise continue, the Google company image will be damaged in China as well, around the world. And then their own sustainability could be a question as well, because if you compromise to censors, the censors will never be satisfied, and you will push yourself to the corner. And after that, the open letter, actually Google found the real pressure and situation becoming tougher and tougher. They lost market share because whoever supported Google was also disappointed. And then Google found that it cannot sustain because they receive the phone calls every day from censors. So it means that you have to remove almost all kinds of stuffs from your search engine, the top one search engine from the world. So finally, they made decision to pull out of China last January. I think it's a good move, but it's too late.
So what's when Google is not anymore in China? Which search machine is now?
It's Baidu, who boasted that they're the best Chinese search engine. Yeah, but actually for internet, there's no language barriers. You cannot claim the language. Is a border, to that. For example, many Chinese content on overseas website, but Baidu cannot search out. So actually, for Chinese people, because Google is not in China market actively there, although some Google website can still be accessed, but Baidu, take over all those market share.
Mm-hmm. I just talked to Amina, and we talk about the revolution in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. So many people in Germany also think now, what could this happen also in China? What do you think?
China is a superpower now, so they put a lot of efforts on control internet, block internet, and try to threaten people, warn people, from free publishing. So although China internet market is very huge now and is the biggest internet population there, however, there are a lot of tradition, and deliberated, settings to press people. So these kind of repressions, make China more difficult to have opportunity to change itself, so like the Middle East. So people need more time to well use technologies to connect to each other and use social media to relate those messages, quickly before the censor take actions.
Yeah. You talk from repressions. What kind of repressions?
All kinds of repressions,
really?
Like they trace your activities online, try to find and pull you out from your home, and they try to discard people's connections, and they try to use those, we call 50 cents party, to put a lot of rubbish information online, on your blog comments,
okay.
Or maybe they attack your email accounts, etc. A lot of that, and most of the time, they could threaten you to put you into jail. That's quite a lot of, big pressure from authority.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last question. Social media. Do you think the Chinese government could cut off social media, or it's going to be going bigger and bigger and bigger, like in Middle East?
I think China government, they have some gamblings on. They want to keep internet because internet is the engine of their booming economy. That's for sure. And also at the same time, they worry about internet. They don't want social media to be well used by people first. And it's very big dilemma to them whether to cut it off, or keep it running all the time. So if they cut it off, I think there could be big price from their actions, and people would take more serious action.